The Russian aggression against Ukraine and the resultant sanctions are likely to negatively impact the supply of many essential commodities. The most obvious impact has been the oil price, which has risen to over $115 per barrel. Historically, oil price spikes of enough magnitude have led to a recession in the U.S. Less discussed has been the impact on agriculture prices. Wheat futures prices have skyrocketed by over 60% since mid-February. According to Action Economics, Russia and Ukraine are prominent players in sunflower oil and are about 1/4 of the world's wheat and barley trade. These price increases are less problematic for the U.S. than many other countries. Not many years ago, an increase in oil price was a clear negative, but the U.S. is now the largest petroleum producer globally, followed by Saudi Arabia then Russia. The U.S. produces food, weapons, and other commodities, so our exporters will benefit from any void in supply from Russia and Ukraine. In the end, the U.S. consumer is the lifeblood of our economy, though, and the higher prices will be felt. February consumer inflation, CPI, will be released on Thursday and is expected to be at a 40-year high of 7.9% year-over-year. The current conflict in Ukraine will likely lead to an even worse reading in March. Household spending on energy goods and services has risen but remains below the levels that have helped trigger a recession historically. Data is only available through January, so the pressure on households will undoubtedly increase. Last week's February jobs report provides some solace that the U.S. economy can withstand the damage from the rising prices. While the number of people employed remains more than 2 million below pre-pandemic levels, the economy added 678,000 jobs last month, and unemployment has fallen to 3.8%. The U.S. and global economies are complex systems, and as discussed, there are some offsets to the supply pressures. So how do we know if we are headed for a hard landing? The most accurate predictor has been the yield curve. Historically, when the yield on the U.S. 10-year Treasury falls below the 2-year yield, also called yield curve inverting, a recession is coming. Since the 1970s, a yield curve inversion has occurred before every recession. The only blemish on its record is the 1998 inversion, which produced no subsequent economic downturn.